Welcome back to another video, everybody. Today what we'll be talking about are the Nanoleaf shapes. So the Nanoleaf shape series were released this year, June 30th of 2020. They're an all-new design that's different from the previous incarnations of Nanoleafs. So the reason why these are called the Nanoleaf shape series is, well, they come in a different series of shapes. So they have the regular triangles as well as the mini triangles that you can see in the back here. They also can be purchased in the hexagon shapes. So what makes these different from the previous incarnations is that they all share the exact same connector type. And so what this means is that with the same connector types, you can mix and match the different panels from the different shape series. So you can use hexagons with the triangles as well as with the mini triangles. And what that does is that opens up a whole new ability to create very unique panel designs that you previously couldn't create. So for example, with the Nanoleaf canvas that I have back here, you're only able to connect other canvas tiles. You wouldn't be able to mix and match them with the previous triangle series or even with this new shape series. So what this does now with the shape series is it allows you to create much different designs than you could previously, which was an ask from people before.
All right, what we're gonna do now is we're going to unbox the Nanoleaf shapes. All right, so with the cover off here, we can see a couple of the triangles already sticking out. And when we lift off the top cover there, we're just going to pull out the 7 Nanoleaf shapes that come with it. And inside the box there, we have first, this is our control panel, which is its own control module that can be attached anywhere. Next, what we have here is the adapter plug, or the power supply. So this one looks like it has the same connector as the rest of the other connectors that should easily go into the back of the Nanoleaf tiles. And here what we see are the sticky pads. So these are what you actually stick to the back of the Nanoleafs and then attach them to your wall. Next up here, it looks like these are the connectors that go with the Nanoleaf shapes. And these are the connectors that connect each of the panels together.
So let's get into it. How are they? Well, they're pretty awesome. You can tell that Nanoleaf really put a lot of thought into design as well as their usability. Some of the pros of this are that, A, you don't have to make them symmetrical anymore. So what you can see here with my design is that I have a triangle and the other triangle is kind of like halfway touching the other one, which was something you couldn't do in the previous triangle series. They could only be touching each other and they had to look very symmetrical. With this new series, not at all. So that's kind of a nice thought that they put into this, which kind of expands and gives you more creativity in the designs that you create. What I also like about these is that they're really easy to remove from the walls. The old Nanoleafs actually had multiple stickies that you had to stick on the back of each panel, at least 3 of them, I believe, for my canvas, which means that once they're on there, it's actually really difficult to pull off the Nanoleafs. With this new design, they actually have this attachable back, which you can then stick your sticky on. You can pull off your tile, and the tab for the Nanoleaf is actually right there. So it's really easy to pull off. If I wanted to pull off the canvas, it's much more difficult to hack. I'll insert a video clip here of me showing you have to get your fingers behind there and pull those out, which is a lot harder and prone to breaking the panels. The second benefit that we have here, or that I see as a benefit, is the control panel is actually detachable. And you can reattach it to any of the shapes that you want. So I could reattach it to the large triangle, I could attach it to the small triangle. And what this does is, it's a small consideration, but a great consideration. I can put the control panel anywhere that suits the aesthetic so that it's not sticking out like a sore thumb. With the canvas, for example, there's one tile which is your control panel. And so that has to be very thoughtfully placed so that you have access to the controls. The next benefit that I was actually surprised about, or well, I was really questioning and really thinking about if they would actually do it, the existing designs in the Nanoleaf app are applicable to the new shape series. So what that means is that with your shapes, you can just use the existing designs that people have shared and that Nanoleaf have shared on the app. So that keeps it large and wide and open in terms of the color schemes and the sceneries that you would want to add into your new shapes. Okay, well, let's get into some of the things that weren't so great about the Nanoleaf shapes. A lot of this is going to be more around the app, so let's start there. The layout assistant is non-existent for the new shape series. The only thing I could find when I was trying to design what I have in the background here was the only thing I could find on the app was a layout assistant for the hexagon panels. That was it. There was no way to add in triangles or mini triangles. You just had hexagons, you had the canvas, or you had the old school triangles, and that was it. So what I ended up having to do was I had to lay this down on my table, and I just had to play around with the designs until I found one that I liked and that actually worked. With my canvas that you see back here, I was able to basically use the layout assistant to come up with different designs. I would literally just say I have 13 panels, you hit canvas, 13 panels, and it'll randomly create new designs for you over and over and over. Wasn't the case with the shapes. That's something that Nanoleaf has to adapt in their new app. Sorry, not the new app. They have to adapt that to the new shapes. The second challenge that I'm having here, and it's probably the new update to the app, not necessarily related to the shapes themselves, is that the schedules don't seem to stick. By that I mean when you open up the app, the schedules are always off. You have to manually toggle them back on, and it seems to be a behavior that's consistent over the last 2 weeks that I've had the shapes. It's now also the same with the canvas as well, so I think it has to do with Nanoleaf's app update. Please fix it, it's really annoying. The next challenge that I have with the app itself, as well as the shapes and the canvas, is that when using Google Home to turn on the Nanoleafs, they always turn on at 100% brightness. There's no way to turn them off at the current level of brightness and then the next day ask Google to turn them back on at the same level of brightness. They always go straight up to 100%, and you have to manually step them back down to a level of brightness that's not going to be blinding you. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. If I missed anything, or if you have any questions, feel free to leave a message in the comments section below. I do check those often, and I do reply as quick as I can, and I do look forward to engaging with you. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to make it towards the 1,000 subscriber mark, and your help is much appreciated. That's all for today, everybody. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.